welcome to another episode of Sports and Songs Podcast. This is a songs edition only. We're in season 4, Andy, episode number 3. Today is December 1st, 2022. We're into December now.
December is here,
Andy.
No more.
December's here. The holidays will be in high.
No more outdoor concert festivals in this area. They're kind of on high.
Everything now has gone indoors for the remaining of the season. We've got an album review tonight. We've got some information. We've got tours, concerts, upcoming dates.
Lots of information.
Good stuff for the listening audience.
Well,
lots of info. So our album review is Styx tonight. We've only done one album review of Styx before. This is only just our second one. So we'll jump into things here. It's Styx, Pieces of 8. Here we go. Pieces of 8. 1978, folks. Here we go. Bingo.
There it is.
Now, here's their album cover. One of those interesting album covers once again. And guess who did the album cover, Andy? A company by the name of Hypnosis.
Oh, okay.
We've covered them in the past. Some of their prowess in doing influential album covers with their photography and whatnot. This is the 8th studio album by American progressive rock band. This is officially from Wikipedia.
Yeah.
The progressive rock band Styx, released September, Labor Day weekend, 1978. Now, the genre, once again, is hard rock and progressive rock. The album is 42 minutes long. So some consider this album by Styx, Andy, to be the second concept album. If you consider The Serpent is Rising, 1973, as the first, as well as the last Styx album that has significant progressive rock leanings. The theme of the album, Dennis DeYoung explained in his interview, devoted an entire episode to Pieces of 8, was about, quote, not giving up on your dreams just for the pursuit of money and material possessions, end quote. That's what Dennis DeYoung says. Now, we'll go over the lead vocals next, Andy, but there is 10 songs. Here's the track listing. Great White Hope. The song I'm Okay, sung by DeYoung. Song Sing for the Day by Shaw. The song The Message, instrumental, so therefore not sung by anyone.
Yep.
Sorry. There may be some newer listeners out there, but they do have a minute, 8-second instrumental. And then Lords of the Ring, sung by Young. Not DeYoung. Got some confusion there.
Yep.
Now, side 2 on the album is Blue Collar Man, also called Long Nights. That's Tommy Shaw. Very good. We all know that song. And I think we all know the next a couple down here. The next one is Queen of Spades, lead vocals by DeYoung, and then Renegade by Shaw. Very, very good song. Tommy Shaw, he does what? 3, he sings vocals on 3 songs, DeYoung on 3, and then Young. DeYoung and Shaw. Young on a couple, 2 of them. The last 2 songs are Pieces of 8, sung by DeYoung, and then it wraps up with Aku Aku, done by Shaw, but it's done in a whispered chant, not really a vocals on that, but that's what it wraps up on. So we got Shaw singing lead vocals on 3 songs, Dennis DeYoung on 3, and James J.Y. Young on 2. That makes up the 8, the 6, 7, 8 songs. There's 10. One's a chant, one's an instrumental. There's really 8 songs to allocate between 3 lead vocalists. They split them up there pretty good. Styx. Now, here's the personnel. Dennis DeYoung, James Young, also JY, Tommy Shaw. You're a big fan of Tommy Shaw, I believe, Andy.
Man Crush, yeah. I got the Man Crush.
Man Crush. And then on bass is Chuck Panazzo. He's on bass. And then John Panazzo, drums. So it's the Panazzo guys and then 3 lead vocalists here. The cover, once again, by Hypnosis. Andy, this album went triple platinum. And Styx, this was the heyday, 1978. And they recorded in a studio in Chicago. Their other previous album was Grand Illusion. The Grand Illusion went to triple platinum success as well. This went triple platinum. Hypnosis did the work. Now here's the singles. Here's the singles release. So they released right off the bat Blue Collar Man, August of 78, December 78, coming up on 44 years this month. 44 years ago was Sing for the Day was released. 44 years ago this month. Renegade, March of 1979. That's what I've got. That's what I've got, Andy. Now, what else have you got on this? You're more of a Styx guy than I am. I'd give a little coverage here, but I know you'd come up with some good stuff.
I'm going to focus on the song Renegade for that, for the album. First of all, Styx, kind of like Kiss in a way, multiple lead singers on a album. So, like I said, Dennis DeYoung and Tommy Shaw and Jay Wyatt doing some singing there. And like I said, Renegade. We're all kind of familiar with that song. Sometimes where have I heard that song before? The Pittsburgh Steelers use it between the third and fourth quarter, especially in close games, kind of get the crowd pumped up.
Oh, really?
Baseball closer.
That I did not.
Baseball closer's Josh Harder, now with the White Sox, uses it, and also Pittsburgh Pirates David Bender uses it also, and ESPN, their NHL coverage, they use it as an intro song for Renegade.
Okay.
Also, I looked up other bands who have done versions of that song for Renegade, and a cappella groups have done that song. Because the beginning of it is an a cappella kind of a start. A cappella groups, kind of like that song Pitch Perfect. They do the cappella things. Groups like that have done that song. Also in 2011, the Bullet Boys did a cover of that song, which I listened to the other day. It was all right. It was, kind of partial on it though, kind of being a Dennis or a Tommy Shaw guy. That's where I got that from. That and Blue Collar Man were the two written by Tommy Shaw. And also Tommy Shaw asked J.Y. Young on that too. He goes, do you mind if I play lead guitar on it? Because J.Y. usually played lead guitar on most of the songs. He was like, sure, go ahead. No sweat off him, So that was pretty neat there that he did that he shared the wealth. There was no real issues there. It was soon after, so Tommy Shaw and them all kind of started going their separate ways. Tommy Shaw had the rights to the songs he wrote, obviously, so he took them with him solo. Also, when he did his stuff with Jack Blades and also with Damn Yankees, he'll sing Renegade and he'll sing some of the Blue Collar Man. So if you look up different versions of Tommy Shaw singing Renegade on the YouTube machine there, you will find that. And Dan, if you want to flip up my share screen, I got some other stuff here coming up for.
Here we go. Here we go. It's coming.
There I am. There's the Renegade stuff.
There it is. Styx.
Yep.
Cool logo.
And Bullet Boys on their greatest hits. They did a copy of it. You can find it there and also just on Spotify for Bullet Boys. Now we're getting some concerts and other fun things here. These are mostly just local concerts between bars, clubs, Target Center, so we cover it all. And again, back sponsoring us. If you need any concert tickets, you can catch Mike down at the mall down there. And Mike will hook you up down at Ridgemont Mall for tickets. There's our boy Mike.
There he is. There's Mike.
So still has that great logo.
Yes, the Ridgemont Mall.
Pink will be in Target Field August 10th. What? Andy, why are you talking about Pink? We don't care about Pink. And you're right, we don't. But Pat Benatar is opening up.
Oh, yes.
So there you go. If you want to go see Pat Benatar, then duck out before Pink gets there.
And her husband.
And her husband, Neil. Mr. Benatar.
Mr. Benatar.
Yes. So
Target Field, once again, any concert at Target Field, we encourage the listeners to go. It's just a great experience. I've never even done it, but I've got to promote it.
Yeah. Target
Field, outdoor concert there. It's recommended.
Head intern Lisa has been there for a concert, and she said it was good.
Okay.
So, those head interns, they get paid the big money. They can go to those concerts.
Wow. Yes.
Metallica, now just relax. Look at the dates. 2024. But yet tickets go on sale already for it. What they're doing is they got two shows at the U.S. Bank Stadium Friday, August 16th, and then Sunday, August 18th, with totally different opening acts both days.
Okay.
So it's Metallica's going to do the same show. I'm sure they might mix it up a little bit, but different opening acts. So that'll be kind of neat. It's like two different concerts. As of right now, Pantera and Mammoth opening on Friday, and 500 Death Punch and Ice Nine Kills are the opening acts as of now. Card subject to change.
Oh, sure.
The Winery Dogs, Richie Kotzen, Billy Sheehan, and Mike Forty. If you're wondering why the Winery Dogs are at First Avenue. The first two guys on there, Richie and Billy, were both from Mr. Big. So if you're Mr. Big fans, you'll like these guys. Billy Sheehan also played with David Lee Roth and Steve Vai. Richie Kotzen, he filled in on Poison when CC DeVille was being CC DeVille. And Mike Porty, the drummer, he's been with Dream Theater. He filled in with Twisted Sister in 2015 after AJ Piro passed, and also Avenged Sevenfold in 2010. He was with them. Winery Dogs, they're good listen. They're just First Avenue and Rose Presents. They're the fine line. But if you like those guys, it's a good listen. I recommend it. Def Legend will be at Medina February 4th with Heartless opening up. Medina's getting back into getting more concerts. Like I said, the temperatures are down, and so there's people there. Def Legend, 4-man band doing the 5-man gig, but they will be there February 4th. They're based out of Texas, I believe, so it's not a local band. So it's not like, I'll catch them some other time. This is a one-time shot, kids. February 4th, Medina.
Awesome.
Jump, Van Halen tribute band, will also be there coming up at Medina, coming up the week after that. They got two guys. One does David Lee Roth stuff. One does Sammy Hagar stuff. So very good group.
And Andy, the guitarist you're connected with on
the bass player, that's right. He does
bass.
He does both Jump, and he's also in Heartless. So you'll see him at Medina for a couple weeks in a row there, 3 weeks in a row.
That's right. Yes. Okay.
Hairball, December 10th, just a couple weeks away. Strange Days opening up.
And we'll be there. That's on our calendar.
Yeah.
If you look at the Sports and Songs podcast calendar, we'll be in attendance there watching a little Hairball next Saturday.
Space Odyssey, a David Bowie experience. David Britton does this. He's Saturday, February 25th at Medina. I looked up stuff on this guy. He's very interesting to me. First of all, Bowie is very interesting. First of all, Bowie was a little ahead of his time, which we didn't realize at the time. This guy has also filled in as the George Harrison character in Beatles groups, or tribute bands.
Really?
But he's done national tours also. So if you're a David Bowie fan, this should be a good one to check out. Check out his Facebook and website also. But Space Odyssey, February 25th. It's a Saturday at Medina. The Music Room, St. Michael. A totally 80s, awesome 80s Christmas show. So people will be doing 80s bands doing Christmas songs on February 9th, or December 9th, I'm sorry.
Okay. Now, this is the first I've heard of this. Yeah. This looks pretty good.
Yes. So
have they done this in the past?
Not that I'm aware of. We're just new to following the Music Room there, so I'm not sure. But this is a little different.
But St. Michael,
yes.
It's supposed to be a great venue.
Yes. So that's next Friday at 7:30. And that's a real small setting, too. It's only like 200, 250 people there, so it's not like you're getting lost. Ladies
Silver Mullet Band.
you look at some of the bands that got there. Ladies of the 80s, Girls Night Out, the Crown Jewels, a Queen tribute band will be there. The Silver Mullet Band, and just one more. So different ones doing 80s versions of Christmas songs should be a good time.
That's fun.
All right. XL Energy Center, Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Now, they're doing two shows, but both the same day. Just a little confusing sometimes. They're both February 23rd or Friday, December 23rd, 3 p.m.
Now, was it a scheduling conflict or something?
Well, actually, there's two different sets of people to go out as Trans-Siberian Orchestra, and it's just a scheduling, trying to get everybody else out. Try to get the best for your buck. They can get 2 gates, 1 night in a hotel. It's a win-win for them.
Wow. Okay.
Bruce Springsteen at the XL on March 5th. Not a big buzz on Bruce. I'm okay with Bruce's music. I don't care what he thinks about personally about life or politics or anything like that, but as long as he keeps that out of his music, I'm okay. Bruce Springsteen, he's a good musician. Very, very, very expensive tickets because it is Bruce Springsteen. Okay. So don't call and you go, oh, that's a pretty good deal. Yeah, it's only $400. Yeah, you're in the 5th deck back row. So just watch yourself.
Yeah.
Alder Bridge with Mammoth, February 17th at the Mystic Lake, out there in the Prior Lake. Rage Against the Machine has been canceled. If you have tickets for the March shows at Target Center, that has been canceled. So please check your ticket stubs and how to get your money back on that. 93X is their takeover. Finally having that again now since COVID and all that other stuff. They're back to having that. May of 23, Disturbed is headlining right now. Again, as of now, we all know how that things change. So there's that. Keep that ahead of your schedules there. Some new releases coming out in the last couple weeks. Disturbed, we just mentioned them. They got a new one out. If you're a big Disturbed fan, you'll see it all there.
Good artwork there.
Queen. Now, they've got some new stuff on here. It's an 8-box set. It's got an LP.
Really?
An LP, 5 CDs, a DVD, and a Blu-ray. So, Queen fans, here you go. It's an 8-box set. This is not going to be a regular $19.99 value here. Pretty sure you're paying a good 3-digit number for this.
Easy. So yes.
You get this for Christmas from somebody. You might not get anything else from them, but well worth it. If you're a Queen fan, you would appreciate this.
Interesting.
I think Mrs. Dan would appreciate this as a gift.
Oh, yes. Yeah, she's a big fan. That'd be a great holiday gift.
No, we can say a word, Dan. It's Christmas. Say the word.
Yes,
Christmas.
We can say. In fact, our Christmas party's coming up here for Sports and Songs. We don't have to pick a date, and we'll have the whole staff there. Go.
Life moves pretty fast. The John Hughes mixtapes. It's an album out. All of John Hughes's movies from the 80s, as you see, there's a bunch of them listed there. It's kind of the greatest hits from his movies. So for your 80s movie fans there.
Interesting. And there's so much to pick from there. I'm surprised it's not a 3-volume set.
You look at all the different songs on there. Ferris Bueller, Breakfast Club, PTA, 16 Candles. Oingo Boingo's got a song on there. So all of those.
A lot of rom-com.
Pretty in Pink. Don't forget.
Wow.
Don't forget, Dan. You can always get these through your Columbia House, 13 records and tapes for $1. All these new releases.
Well, I think that's all how we got all started, probably.
I think I'm still paying mine off.
Yeah, got a
for your flyer and your Sunday newspaper this week.
Backed out and then started from there. So I remember looking at those ads back in the day, thinking I gotta get it, and if I do it, what am I gonna get? Which 13?
I think I can say this now. I'm pretty safe saying this. I know people in the past who, when they got this, would get the album, record it on cassette tape, and then return the album, saying, "Oh, I guess I don't like it." They played the system.
Oh yes.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Yes.
That's all I got, sir. On our fine presentation there.
Interesting stuff. So the album, of course, here, Pieces of 8, Styx.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a lot of albums. I mean, a lot of music and shows and concerts coming up. A lot of things.
We put those on our social media, and we see them. We share them from the band, so keep an eye on our social media pages for that. If you look at our website, we usually just list the concerts we're going to. Not every concert there is out there. Or every sporting event that we go to, we're going to list on there. Not all of them. All of them would just take up too much time. Connie's one person. We can't trust the interns with stuff like that. Password
small staff.
We can't trust the interns with the passwords to the website.
Can't trust the interns at all.
No. So we just list the stuff we're going to, but we do share all the information on our Facebook and Instagram and the Twitter, mostly Facebook, for concert information. So keep an eye there.
Now, the next couple of months, Andy, we're going to have some special guests, some interviews coming down the pike. So be looking for that as well on our shows and on YouTube and on Facebook. We'll have some people live in guest studios and also just via Zoom.
Yeah, kind of like we did when we had Theater of Pain on. Jeff from Theater of Pain on, how we had a guy from the Motley Crue tribute band, talked about Motley Crue album and his band. We're going to do that with other tribute bands. Or if you're in a tribute band and want to be on, please drop us a message on the social medias, leave a comment here on this. We'll have you on. We got no problem at all.
Well, the shows, 15, 20 minutes is really all that they are for the music ones. It's not a lot of talking, not a lot of hard questions, but just a good chance to promote your band and your upcoming show.
Yep.
Awesome. That looks good. Enjoy your December, Andy. It's the first. We got the holidays coming up, Christmas a few weeks away.
Yes.
It's going to start going running fast, rolling real fast.
Next thing you know, we'll be back at the summer festivals again.
Exactly. And outdoors.
Yes, outdoors.
Outdoors. All right. Have a good week, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Have a good week. See ya.